Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If you are getting ready to sell your house soon and want to make a great first impression, you're in the right place. Today we are focusing on 5 easy kitchen home staging tips that you can use right now and work on this weekend to get your house ready to sell and for more money. The kitchen is one of the most important rooms that buyers focus on, so let's make sure yours stands out in the best possible way. Let's jump right in. Hey home sellers, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kasia, and today we are talking about the kitchen, and this is mine, and I wanted to give you a good idea of this is how we live in it, but this is definitely not going to be how we're going to take pictures and sell your home, because there's a number of things that you want to take care of and clean up and do before you get those photos, those real estate photos that make your beautiful home stand out. And that's what we're trying to do, right? So let's start off with our tips for this time for the kitchen. Okay, so let's start off with tip number 1. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean all the appliances inside and out, like the big ones. I'm talking about the stove, the oven, the refrigerator, and oh, by the way, we're taking down any magnets that you have, any magnets, all of them. We want a clean surface so that we can clean it all and make it look beautiful for the pictures, right? That's what we're trying to do. So we're cleaning the microwave, the sink, any of those and all of those things we need to clean. And it probably sounds pretty obvious to you, but for a lot of people, they're just like, oh yeah, you're so, focused on doing many other things that you just forget to clean those types of things. That's why I want to bring that up, because it's just a gentle reminder to do that, because people are going to look, they're going to open up the stove, they're going to open up the fridge and say, oh, this hasn't been cleaned or defrosted in a while. Yeah, so they want to take a look. What are they getting with the house, right? The appliances need to be in good shape and condition, okay? So make sure that you clean all of your appliances and remove any magnets that you have on your refrigerator. Tip number 2 is we're going to be clearing off the countertops. Yeah. Now, if you notice, I have a short little countertop right here by my stove, and it already looks cluttered just the way it is. So what I would do here is I would minimize everything in here and only leave the things that I really need by the stove. Okay. So in this case, I would take out all the cooking oils and actually put them in the pantry. Same thing with the cookbooks, and just leave the knives here. Okay. I would also just leave these spoons here, maybe the spoon rest, but definitely take out the kettle. So that's something that can easily be taken out. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Kind of put these away and kind of see how much difference it makes, because when you're taking a picture, it's going to make a difference. So now I notice there's some dirt back there too, so I had to clean all that too. But look, it just opened up the space just so much just by doing that it already looks so much better and less cluttered, right? That's what we're trying to get at. If you need more staging tips for the kitchen and other rooms in the house, I do offer online home staging consultations where we go into more details and go through each room to help sell your home faster. So if that's something you're interested in for an online home staging consultation, I'll leave the link in the show notes so that you can take a look and book your session. Okay, so the third thing I'm going to talk to you about that you can easily do right now this weekend to tackle your kitchen is to remove anything that you have above the cabinets. Now, my cabinets are really high anyway. I don't put any decorative stuff, but there may be houses and kitchens that have pots. Maybe you have fake plants up there. Maybe you have some baskets or something. This is the time that you need to take those down. And here's the reason. Your eye is immediately drawn to things that are above the cabinets, and you don't want them to think that the ceiling is actually kind of lower than it is. Let me show you. Let me adjust this camera here and show you. Look how tall my ceiling is. See, because I don't have anything to draw the eye, it all looks white and it looks all really big. So That's why I recommend taking everything down, dusting up there. I mean, you're gonna have some dust definitely up there. I'm not even gonna look 'cause I don't have anything up there, but definitely all that stuff. And then anything that you have like on top of the fridge, like I have those lunch boxes up there. Yeah, you saw those too. I know you did. So yeah, so take all those things down, put them away, find a home for them, pack them up if you need to, because this is your time to make your kitchen shine. All right, so the next tip I have for you is clearing off the counter by the dishes. So there should be no dish rack. There should be no drying rack right here. I have this little towel on this Tupperware right now. So these would be put away and stored away for the pictures. Now I know you're gonna be living in the house. You're going, wait, but I have to live in it. No, I totally get it. This is for the pictures when it comes time for that section of your home, right? You don't wanna leave things to the last minute. Definitely put this away the night before you have your photographer shows up, because you're gonna be running around before the photographer shows up anyway, right? Getting things fluffed up, put away, whatever it is. But this one, we definitely wanna clean. If you do have an area for this, maybe it's separated out like mine, maybe it's just a countertop, but now by taking out this section here with a drying rack, it makes it look bigger. And also my fruit bowl. Yeah, that probably needs to go away. I can put it centered maybe nicely in the kitchen island or someplace else. But then basically all my dishes, I have dirty dishes here, definitely take care of those before the photographer's up the night before, put everything away. Maybe that morning you guys go out for breakfast. That might be something that you might enjoy and go, okay, we're trying to keep everything nice and tidy. And especially for whoever's doing all the cleaning, whether it's the mom, the dad, whoever, it's just one less thing you have to worry about that morning before the photographer shows up, right? So definitely clean out, make sure the dishes are put away in the dishwasher. There's nothing wrong with that. You can hide it in there, that's fine. And if you're doing a showing, you can have the dishwasher running, that is not a problem. But definitely make sure that there are no dishes or the drying rack on the counter. And then the last thing I have for you is basically, which I don't have, but I've seen in many houses, is if you have a rack that's right above the kitchen island that has pots and pans that are hanging out. Some of them are, decorative. Some of them you leave up there as, something that you use. Now, that's when I would consider clutter and would take that down, take the pots and pans. You can leave the rack up there, but what I'm saying is when you're hanging all those pots and things down, it kind of lowers the ceiling here right above the island, and it actually makes the space seem smaller because it seems cluttered and claustrophobic, okay? So I'm not saying you have to take the rack down. That's probably something that looks really nice in the kitchen, but with all the hanging pots and pans, I would just remove those as well. So you can agree or disagree, that's fine by me. I'm just trying to help you sell your home faster. So if you found these tips helpful, please give a thumbs up, comment, or your favorite tip, maybe if you have one in your kitchen. I know I haven't covered everything you could possibly do in a kitchen, but I wanted to get you started on what you can do to get your house sold faster. So subscribe for more home staging tips so that you can see them as I send them out. Have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.